Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center. I'm delighted to join with Rodrigo with his fantastic film, Wishful Thinking. Let's take a look at the clip.
Meu Deus, já esqueceu o português, está falando tão bem o inglês.
Ai, agora só falta arrumar uma namorada americana, hein?
Hora do parabéns!
Parabéns pra você, nessa data querida, muitas felicidades, muitos anos de
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were talking to your family.
No, that's okay. I can just call them later. I didn't have a chance to tell them about us. Connection wasn't the best.
It's okay. Everyone has their own timing. You know I took years myself. But for now, happy birthday. Come on, our friends are here.
Rodrigo, welcome to New Filmmakers. Welcome to the New Filmmakers LA family.
Thank you so much for having us. Like the experience in this festival, I'm so grateful to be part of this family. It's been amazing. All the support, all the love you've shown to our film and to everyone here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we'll never let you go now. You'll be part of our alumni forever.
Perfect.
And we'll forever celebrate you. But no, well deserved though, Rodrigo. Your film was fantastic, and you know we've spoken about this off camera. But for those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis.
So, Wishful Thinking is the story of a closeted gay man who is originally from Brazil and he now lives in the US. And he's torn apart between those two realities. He is closeted to his family and his community in Brazil, but he's out in the US and he's trying to reconcile that. So it's his birthday and he makes a birthday wish. I wish my two worlds could exist together. And the wish proves to be magical. And then he opens his eyes and he's in Brazil. So it starts this ping pong between realities of like him having to come out again and again and again. So I always say it's like Groundhog Day, but gay. Yeah. Because he's reliving his coming out day again and again and again. It's like it's this nightmare of like, how am I going to face this until he has to fully confront that reality and who he is and unite his two worlds by being his authentic self.
I mean, goodness me, it's such a journey to go on, and definitely felt some empathy and experience watching your film for sure. It's a really fantastic watch, and it's a real sense of reality to these characters that you brought into the story. Dare I say, because I do know there's a larger scope to this story, where did this story, Rodrigo, inspire you to turn this into a film?
So when I first wrote the story, I had just one theme, was connection. And I lived that experience that I felt like I was torn apart between those two realities, being closeted in Brazil, out in the US. And it felt like I was split between two things and I wanted to reconcile them. So I wrote a story because connection to me felt like I was connected to two worlds, but sometimes disconnected from both. Mm-hmm. And I wrote that story of like this coming out, magical, fun, and crazy coming out story. And it was a therapeutic experience. I felt like joy, I cried, I was angry, but at the end, I felt relief.
Yeah.
And when I wrote that, I knew that that's how I wanted to come out to my family, was through my art. And I have a professor who once said to me, we are not in the industry of entertainment, we are in the industry of empathy. Because a lot of times we go through these journeys in the shoes of a character, of someone else, and we understand their experience. So to me, communicating that truth to my family through my art, to make them understand how I feel and why it was so important for them to be with me. That was powerful. Like that's how I wanted to tell them. So the story is not only the story in and of itself, but the way that I chose to come out to my family. Mm-hmm. It's literally, there's a version of me that I play in it. I also play myself in it. And my real life partner plays a version of himself in it. So I really wanted that truth to be there. Very genuine, very authentic, me as I am on screen.
I hope you know how wonderfully talented you are, firstly. Talented first and foremost. But incredibly brave. To do that with your authentic voice, your story, with your partner, with your family, like, you're amazing. Like, that's, like, it takes a certain kind of filmmaker, storyteller, creator to actually delve in so deep into their personal experience and do what you did. So I just commend you. I'm getting tears in my eyes because I know what a journey that must have been. I mean, with all that being said, how has that experience been now that you've like made this film in a way that's so close to heart to your own experience?
It was incredible. The whole journey of even getting to make it, like it felt like I had to go deeper into the closet
Yes.
to understand really what is it that the coming out experience is for me, and how does it come. Belonging, acceptance comes from within. So it's inwards, outwards.
Yeah.
And then I flew to Brazil. I showed the film to my family. I put it on the big screen. Actually, I rented a movie theater auditorium, and I told them like this film was made specially for you, from the heart, and I hope you can watch it with your heart.
Wow.
And it has completely changed my life, my relationship with them, and really it has shown me the power of authentic storytelling.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
And you've done that. I
Thank
mean,
you, thank
goodness. I
you.
hope everyone in the audience right now is giving a big round of applause for just doing that, honestly. Now, you took on many roles, as you said. Like, firstly, it was so awkwardly, there were so many funny moments that were awkward, and I felt for you, and I stopped breathing at certain times because I was just worried for the experience. You know, writing this, then being on camera, working with your real life partner, and all this other stuff. How was that experience? Like being in front of camera and behind?
It was amazing because I feel like building a team and that trust inside a team was so crucial. From the get-go, I knew, because it was going to be such an emotional experience.
Yeah.
It was so personal. I wanted to have those people behind me that I would really feel confident.
Yeah.
So I co-directed it with an amazing filmmaker called Sylvia Lara. And from the get-go, like when I met her, I knew that she understood the vision. She understood the importance of the story. So we connected at so many levels that like I knew that when we went on set, we had the same vision, and I completely trusted her with that story, that personal story. Our first assistant director, because the film is half in English, half in Portuguese.
Yeah, which is great.
Like
yeah.
we really wanted to make sure that all the performances and all the communication was very clear. Our first assistant director, amazing, Luisa Novo. She helped so much in that sense of like really bringing us together, both language and with her amazing work, her amazing vision. So it felt like the three of us were really there, like all together through the whole process to bring this film to life.
Now, there is nothing quite like a Brazilian party. There's no doubt, there's no contest. And I love this, the essence of the party, the celebration, the family, but also the beautiful production design. It was so bright, so colorful, very much like Brazil. You know, tell us a little bit about that whole journey, because it looks so exquisite to watch on camera as well.
Thank you. Because the film takes place in both worlds, like it's half in the US, half in Brazil, we really wanted to showcase the character experience through that. So actually in the US, we chose to shoot all internally and all the blinds were closed. And the meaning of that is because it's the safe space as long as no one can see through.
Yeah.
So it's like this contained space, but we wanted to make it feel cozy.
Yeah.
And the Brazil place that we got was like this beautiful house, like friend's house. Like they really opened up like their hearts, their home for us to be there.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of glass windows that you can. It basically means a vulnerability of like if you take a misstep, anyone is looking. So we wanted to really bring the character into that, but also bring in the spirit of Brazil. And we have like a big family. It's grandma, uncle, aunt, cousin. And like when he opens his eyes, the character opens his eyes and he's in Brazil, he's not expecting that.
Yeah.
They swarm him. So we wanted to bring that feeling of like this excitement, but also overwhelming feeling to him.
Yeah.
So we brought like the very legit like carrot cake from Brazil. We had like the brigadeiros.
Looks
like
so
the
good.
Yes. We wanted to like, how can we make this a Brazilian party? Both
Yeah.
in energy, in the visuals, in the looks, but still ground them through character.
Yeah.
And that feeling that he is like, what am I doing here?
Oh my goodness. There's nothing, it's actually so funny about the Brazilian family. There's nothing quite like the love you get for Brazilian family. It's overwhelmingly incredible. So like it was amazing to see on camera. Now again, there's so many levels to this question. And, you know, I think firstly, you as a human being, it's commendable that you made a film like this, but what were some of the maybe challenges you experienced in making this film? Was there any challenges? What were the things that you overcame? What have you learned mostly from this experience?
Yes. I would say, interestingly, before production, the challenges was to keep making the film without people knowing what it was about. Because initially we crowdfunded it.
Yeah.
And my family was part of it, and they
yeah.
knew there was a project, but they couldn't know what it was about, or else it would defeat the purpose. I really wanted them to experience the final product and for them to really understand my experience, like how I wanted them to absorb it, right? So I had a pitch deck that it was like the closeted version, which was what I made public.
So clever, Rodrigo. Oh my God.
And the out version, which I would share with close friends and people who knew. Even the video, I would always say this is a story about a character who is finding his truth.
Yeah.
So that is the truth of the story, but I didn't go into the details. And after we hit cut, I would like make a small edit, and I would tell like if you are watching this version, then this is what the film is truly about. So that's why I even said like I felt like I had to go deeper into the closet and purposefully stay there to then come out. And I would say the biggest challenge when it comes to production, when it comes to executing the film, was the speech scene. Is really being there with the team and looking straight at camera and pouring my heart out in the most authentic, genuine way, as if I'm talking to my family.
You were so good. It was
Thank
amazing.
you.
That was
Thank you.
incredible. And I felt like that was the moment for me where I felt anyone that watches this film around the world that maybe have gone for a similar experience, maybe someone in their family, like that was the defining moment. And, you know, brings me to say to you, Rodrigo, what do you want your audience to take from it? How's this experience been sharing this film?
Thank you. The experience has been life-changing. Like I said, it has changed my life on a personal level by sharing it with my family. And I took some time to talk to them, for us to go through the process. So I kept the film with myself, like before sending it out to festivals, just so we could be, I really want this to be an experience with my family first. And then when we're all on the same page, so much love that the film has brought to us, I started submitting, and sharing it with the audience has been an extremely incredible journey to me. Hearing the impacts that the film has had on them, like I had someone say they got so inspired that they know that that's how they want to come out to their family, by making a film.
You can't get better than that, Rodrigo.
Exactly, like that moment,
That's
like
amazing.
my eyes got teary, and I have no idea if that person knows how much that has impacted me. Is that impact that you see on the people who are watching it, on the audience, that you want them to feel empowered to be themselves. No one should live in a closet. And we know that, but I feel like there are so many places where people still feel like they can't be themselves. That was definitely my experience. I feel like even though like I was living here in LA and it was so open and a lot of people like was there, my whole support system here, I still felt like I couldn't be myself in Brazil. So there are so many people living those double life of like, where can I be who I am in specific circles, but I can't be who I am in other circles. And I want people, when they watch the film, to feel empowered to take one step forward, if that's what the film gives them, to be their authentic selves.
You're doing it.
Thank you.
You're literally doing it.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you, A, for being a very talented filmmaker, B, for being so authentic, and C, for the impact of sharing your film, which leads me to say, what's next for you? What are we doing next? What's going on?
Yes. So currently I am developing and writing the feature version of it. By seeing the impact that it has had, the amazing responses that we have received, I am deep down into the development of the feature version with my producing partner. And we really wanted to also showcase Brazil. We want to celebrate the queer community there. We want to celebrate the community here. And we really want to be able to strengthen that bridge between the Latinx community, the LGBTQ plus community, but at the same time maintaining that universal theme of belonging, of self-acceptance. Anyone, even if they have never gone through the coming out experience, can relate to it, because I feel like sometimes we have to put on those masks to be accepted. So anyone who feels like they can't be their true selves would relate to that. And to me, to go deeper into those themes, deeper into that story, deeper into those characters, it's really a passion project to me. It's turning wishful thinking into the feature version.
Well, you deserve this, and we are so proud of you at New Filmmakers LA, and so proud of the impact that it's giving back to you and to your wonderful cast and crew, but also just what you're universally doing in your creativeness. And I can't wait for the feature. I'll be first in line. So thank you so much, and welcome to the New Filmmakers LA family.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Rodrigo, everybody.